Computer science students and new grads, you still don't have that dream tech job you spent all these years trying to land. You've sent 300 applications, got 3 responses, and 2 of them were automated rejections. Maybe one of them you got the technical interview for, but even that, you bombed it. You've rewritten your resume so many times that you don't even know what version you're on. You've seen people in your classes, people you're smarter than, land internships at places like Google, Amazon, and Meta, and you keep asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? Well, here's what it is. You're not doing anything wrong. You just don't have the right system. And honestly, nobody's taught it to you. Not your professors, not your university career center, and definitely not those Reddit threads you've been reading at 2 a.m. We have taught that system. In the next couple of minutes, we're gonna show you exactly what that system looks like and why it's already working for many students and new grads just like you.
My name's Abhiram, and I'm one of the co-founders of Landed HQ. Junior year, I had internship offers from Amazon, Meta, and Google, and I ended up interning at Meta, and I received my return offer worth over $220K. Here's why this matters to you. I wasn't an exceptional candidate handed these opportunities. I figured out exactly what top companies are actually screening for, and we built our entire approach around that. That's what Landed HQ is built on.
I'm Yash, co-founder of Landed HQ. I received multiple internship offers, including Capital One and Salesforce. And after my internship at Salesforce, I received a $200,000 return offer. Not from mass applying or knowing the right people, from following a specific, repeatable process, one that we've now broken down, refined, and taught to students all across the country.
My name's Ahan, one of the co-founders of Landed HQ. I've interned at Capital One, Mercor, and multiple startups, and more recently landed 3 high-paying 6-figure job offers in this job market. But more importantly, I was landing interviews and offers while students with identical GPAs, projects, and resumes weren't even getting callbacks. And that gap had nothing to do with luck or connections. It had everything to do with understanding the system and how the game works. Before we get into the systems that have made our students over $1 million in total earnings, let me show you what this actually produces. Krish, a sophomore, came to us with 0 traction, no offers, no momentum, a solid resume that just wasn't getting seen. We worked with him on his resume positioning so he doesn't get auto-rejected by ATS, his keyword targeting, put him through a specialized Landed HQ technical bootcamp that has over a 90% success rate, which all led to him landing his software engineering role at Amazon in New York City for the spring semester. Then we kept working with him and he landed a software engineering role at Capital One for the following summer. He went from 0 total compensation to over $58 an hour. Here's the part that should really land for you. In a market where CS students can't even land 1 internship or job offer at a tech company, Krish has gotten multiple. And the recruiting cycle isn't even done yet.
Krish and I used Landed HQ's resume deep dive, one-on-one mock interview strategy, and referral network to land a Google Suite internship paying over $70 an hour. Rishan was a sophomore who sent over 200 applications, got 2 interviews, but ultimately landed 0 offers. He had a solid GPA and projects that were supposed to get recruiters' attention, but he had no traction. After joining Landed HQ, we rebuilt his resume line by line. 5 weeks later, 8 interviews, 5 final rounds. We mock interviewed ruthlessly. He ended up securing IBM in California for the spring. For the summer, he landed multiple Suite internships, including PayPal and Capital One. And these are just 3 of the many success stories that we have.
Here's what nobody talks about publicly, but every CS student feels privately. You're watching your LinkedIn feed fill up with people posting their offer letters, and you're wondering what they have that you don't. You've built the projects, you've done the lead code, you've applied through every job board, LinkedIn, Indeed, Handshake, company websites. You've even cold messaged recruiters on LinkedIn. Most of them have never responded. And the worst part, you don't even know where the breakdown is happening. Is it your resume? Is it your targeting? Is it how you're interviewing? Is it something you can't even see? That uncertainty is the most exhausting part of all of this, because you can't fix a problem you can't identify. And the career resources at your school, they'll tell you to tailor your resume and practice your elevator pitch. That is not a strategy. That is outdated advice for a job market that no longer exists.
So here's what actually works. There are 3 things that determine whether you land an offer or don't. Number 1, visibility. Getting your application seen by a real human being, not just filtered out by some AI algorithm. Number 2, positioning. Making your resume and profile communicate exactly what top-tier companies are looking for in their language. Number 3, interview conversion, turning an interview into an offer consistently, not just by luck. Some students land one of these. Landed HQ students are built to land all three every single time. That's the framework. Now let me show you how we will help you land your dream tech job guaranteed.
The first step is a full resume reconstruction, not a review, not suggestions, a full rebuild, line by line. We know exactly what language top companies respond to because we've been inside those companies and we've coached hundreds of students through the process. We eliminate everything that's hurting you and amplify everything that's working. Then, positioning strategy. Most students describe what they did. Our students describe what they owned, built, and impacted at scale. One sentence framing change on a project can be the difference between silence and a callback. We've seen it happen over and over. Next, application targeting. Stop applying blindly, start applying strategically. We show you how to get your application in front of a real person, not a bot. Then, the Landed HQ Prep Vault. Not just leak code lists, but our own technical resources that have gotten us and our students all of our offers. We will run multiple mocks with you, one-on-one, until the actual interview feels just like another practice session. Finally, expert one-on-one guidance. Most people who claim that they can help you land a high-paying tech job have not been through the process in years. They just place you in groups and give you general advice. But with Landed HQ, we know today's market. You will get dedicated one-on-one calls where we work with you on your specific problems, your resume, your interview skills, so that you can get your dream job.
And here's why we are the best. First, we guarantee results, not in theory, in writing. If you go through the full program, do the work, and somehow don't land an internship or a full-time offer, we give you every dollar back. We're so confident in our system that we're willing to stake our whole entire business on it. Second, proprietary interview data. We have compiled real, current data on exactly how the top technical interview loops work at Amazon, Google, Meta, Salesforce, Oracle, and dozens of more. Not from blogs, not from Glassdoor, but from the students who are actually in these interviews. We know what they're asking right now. Third, our internal AI application tools. We've built proprietary AI tools that help our students apply to these high signal tech roles at scale intelligently. We have a custom job tracker that scrapes over 30 sources and refreshes hourly. Smart volume with precision targeting, so the application gets in front of the right people the most efficient way possible. This is why we have the highest success rate in landing job and internship offers for our students.
Now let's talk about what this looks like practically. Landed HQ is not a cheap course that you buy once and forget about. It's a full accelerator with a dedicated team working until you get the offer that you want. We have a limited number of spots each cohort because the level of attention that we give each student requires it. When you book a free strategy call with our team by filling out the form below, we'll go through exactly where you are, what's blocking you, and whether Landed HQ is a good fit for you or not. But here's the thing. The students who book this week are the ones that'll have offers before the next recruiting cycle ends. And the ones that wait will be left with nothing. Book your free call now.
If you're still watching this, you know something needs to change. You've been putting in the effort, but you just don't have the right system backing it. Fill out the application below for a free strategy call with our team. It could quite literally be the most important call of your career. And if you still don't believe we're able to get to your top tech job or dream internship offer you've been trying so hard to get, well, hear from our students instead.
Last year, in my sophomore year, I was applying to a bunch of internships, and I wasn't really getting much success throughout the recruiting cycle because I didn't really understand how the recruiting cycle worked, and I didn't really have any personal advice or insight into how to navigate it. The number one thing I got out of Landed was networking. I did a very aggressive approach this recruiting cycle. You helped me reformat the resume. All my offers, I never got rejected at all after that experience, and got all the offers
awesome.
I got from all the places I interviewed with.
Congrats on having multiple $50 an hour plus offers this cycle. I mean, you did great.
Yeah.
So
Hey everyone, I'm here with Shreyan, who just landed an internship paying $65 an hour, about over $40,000 for the summer. Super pumped to have you here.
I wasn't really too into recruiting. I wasn't really focused on it. And yeah, at the end of the day, I did not get a internship in my freshman year. So I think the biggest thing I learned from Landed HQ was really what to put on my resume that I guess recruiters are looking for. I've sent my resume to Yash a couple of times and gotten it reviewed. I was also able to make sure that my, communication was solid in the technical interview.
Before Landed HQ, I would definitely say like I was like all on my own and I was a bit confused on like where to start. Landed HQ, it gave me a strict plan and it really guided us like on like where to start and what to focus on. They really helped us with doing mock interviews, so we always felt prepared before any interview had, as I felt like really ready and really like motivated and like just being able to like focused and ready for any interview I had.
Before Landed, I always thought it was pretty difficult to get interviews, especially because my resume was pretty weak. I think that was the biggest problem. Like there was a lot of these free guided sources, like a lot of these other Discords, but the problem with those were like none of it was really personalized where I could like, I think every single CS student, it should be in Landed HQ. Yeah, so I landed Amazon for the spring internship and they're paying me around 75 to 80 an hour because of how well it's structured and how consistent they are with their Discord and their calls and things like that.
My recruiting process before was kind of messy. I would just be like straight applying to everything and like it honestly kind of felt like demotivating. And I think what helped me with the Landed HQ helped me was honestly it was the community aspect as well, like seeing other students go through the same process as me and like collaborate and learn more about like what type of interviews, and also the support from the mentors was really good. So the offer is like 46 an hour. They do give like a good housing stipend, like you can kind of assume for big tech.
Before Landed, going into recruiting, I was honestly a little bit blind. My resume probably was not as good as it could have been. But after Landed, I think as with a lot of the cohort meetings and resume reviews and mock interviews, I think my success rate went up a good amount.